Yo, this is Random Randy Savage with Code 45 Podcast, and this is episode 4 of Doctor Who Abridged. So where we last left, Patrick Troughton, I finally said it right after 6 times. You wouldn't even see the other 6. Is stumbling on to the Daleks, and now Ben and Polly have realized the Daleks. Don't worry, they make it out, it's fine. That was the beginning of season 4. We go through 4, 5, and 6 with Patrick. During that time, we meet up with a bunch of new villains, and the Cybermen come back, and the Daleks come back. But we also get introduced to the Great Intelligence and the Ice Warriors. They're relevant because they come back later under Matt Smith in the reboot, and they're way more powerful apparently in that. And once we get back into it, but once we defeat the Daleks in the beginning of season 4, we lose Ben and Polly almost immediately. And then we get introduced into Jamie and Zoe. Those are the Doctor's new companions pretty much throughout the whole thing. There's another companion called Victoria, but literally her entire episodes are erased from existence. No, BBC didn't keep a good track of those episodes, and they're gone now. So, oh yeah, and also there's a civil war between the Daleks, and it looks like they completely annihilated each other. They'll never come back ever again. Sure. Anyway. No, they won't. They'll come back. Worse. So we also get to meet Brigadier Stewart. Brigadier Stewart is another character who gets more action in the next Doctor over with Tom Baker. And next Doctor over. Doctor 4. With the creation of the Army of Unit. This is if Men in Black police the aliens in that universe, Unit polices the aliens in Doctor Who. Their job is to look for alien threats and to make sure that, I don't know, I guess it's to maintain the secrecy of aliens, because it gets to a certain point where like people just know that aliens exist. I don't get it. It all culminates into this episode arc known as the Wargames. This is the last time we'll see Patrick Troughton. Patrick Troughton is fighting against the Warlord in like a series, I want to say it's like a zone, I want to say it's like a planet, but essentially he's gathering the greatest warriors throughout history and having them fight each other in separate zones. They think that it's their own time period, but then only realize that they're fighting like maybe samurai versus army guys, Delta 6, and like, you know, all kinds of like weirdness are happening until they find the ultimate warrior, and he's gonna fight to defend the galaxy. Or I feel like they were betting on pieces of the galaxy, and the Warlord was keeping these pieces. He's doing this through the powers of his war chief, who's also a Time Lord. Now, the thing about the Doctor is, because the fact that he is a Time Lord, Time Lords have immense intelligence, have great technologies, and with their regeneration ability, they're almost damn near immortal. So, it would seem that with that much power, you would do something to police time and space. Not really. The Time Lord's code is basically just to watch things unfold, not to actually interact with anything. But doesn't make good stories, and the Doctor is really not like that. He gets involved. He always gets involved. And so, way back when, he stole a TARDIS and started just to do things until he found the War Chief. And then he got to a point where he could not take this guy on him by himself. So, he called on the Time Lords. Now, the Time Lords capture everybody, because it's like a thief calling the cops on terrorists. Had to happen, and he's going to get prosecuted no matter what happens next. So he stands before the Time Lords along with the Warlord. Apparently the War Chief didn't get captured or was killed. I didn't see the episode. I'm assuming he didn't get captured, because I feel like doing this abilities and causing trouble is something that a particular Time Lord is known for, and as if the Daleks have been from since the beginning, I'm pretty sure the Master's been here since then too. So, that brings us to Wargames Season 6, Episode 7. Episode 7. And it's literally like the Doctor tries to run. He's like well, the Time Lords are here. Time to go, everybody. Where are we going? Anywhere but here. And he just starts flipping switches and like, go, go, go. And the TARDIS tries to take off, but it's like something's happening, and it like drops straight into the ocean. It's like, it's okay. It's fine. Nothing can get through the TARDIS. And then water starts to pour from the ceiling. It's like, okay, we should go. Tap, tap, tap. Like go run into outer space, and it gets to a certain point where like there's nowhere else to go, and the Time Lords send everyone back to Gallifrey. Now, the Warlord is standing before the Time Lords, and he tries to do some like wonky shit. He brings in insurgents and warriors of his own kind to try to take over, and it's like, no, bro, force field. And they're like, just for that, we are going to obliterate you. You will be completely erased from existence. Poof, you're gone. And literally gone. So now the Doctor, he's like, you know what? That's a great, and he runs off, and it's like, nope. Again, but it's like a child running in your house from punishment. It's your house. He knows, what are you doing? Stop. And he's like, just listen to what I have to say. With our immense power, how could we not get involved with the like helping others? And it's fine. That sounds like a good argument. Alright, fine. You'll still get punished though. Your companions, we're going to send them back to their own time and wipe their memories. They'll only get the first adventure with you. And they're like, so Jamie and Zoe, those are the Doctor's newest companions. Jamie is a Scottish warrior, and Zoe is a super intelligent space officer from the 21st century. They both get sent back to their original time periods, having only one adventure with the Doctor, and then like apparently like he just flew off and they don't remember anything. But they still have the like it seems like they have this kind of sadness. I'm like, I don't understand why this is weird. And it's like they don't dwell on it, so they move on. And the Doctor's like, so what's my punishment? Well, it's simple. If you love the Earth so much, why don't you marry it? Nah, just playing. But yeah, we're gonna exile you on Earth. You will be its protector, but we're going to wipe your memory of how to operate the TARDIS, so you'll never be able to escape. And it's like, what? You're going to leave me on Earth? During what? Well, yeah, we're going to leave you on Earth in the 20th century, and you're going to have to figure that out on your own. And it's like, but wait. Well, people know who I am. They recognize me. I started I started an army battalion called Unit that could police aliens. And it's like, with Brigadier Stewart. There's a guy. He shows up again later on. And it's like, no, it's fine. We'll just change your face. Regeneration. One more time. And it's like, but let me, and then boom, they don't even give him a chance to talk out of it. He's like, stop stalling, boom, regeneration. And that's it. They don't actually show us the third Doctor. They just move on. They cut to black, and then next season the Doctor shows up. Apparently there were movies in between and comic books that explain what happened, but I'm not gonna go that deep into it. But yeah, that's the end of the second Doctor, who the Cosmic Hobo, as they call him. Which is kind of weird because literally most of his seasons are incomplete. A lot of them are. So a lot of this had to get pieced together. Like his very first episode is like the only way you can actually watch it is an animated version. There's a picture of the Daleks over there. There you go. A picture of the Daleks, that's from the animated version. And it's just, I mean, it's still pretty good. I was enjoying that episode that I saw. It was kind of funny. Because he's a younger guy, he can do a lot more running around than William Hartnett could. So he could do stuff like that. But he was getting on in the years, so. I mean, it wasn't that bad, but again, as he got older, he was getting older. You could tell. But that's it. That's the end of the Doctor. That's the end of the second Doctor, Patrick. And then we'll move on to Doctor number 3. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this. Please comment. Keep following. If you want me to stop, just let me know. Because I want to, I like talking about this. This is interesting, but I feel like I'm just creating content to create content now. But, man, it's still fun.